Aloha! Hi, I'm Shannon King with Island Living Homes. Thanks for joining me on ways to save hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on your property taxes. You likely received a knock on the door from my husband Scott and myself. We were doing some research in our neighborhood and we recognized that several of our neighbors who actually own or occupy their homes are paying property taxes as if they are rental properties. So we decided to put together just a little flyer to help educate you and to share with you the easiest way for you to file your homestead exemption. So you should have a letter that looks very similar to this, and on that letter there is a 12-digit parcel ID number. Now we're going to double check this number because we may have gotten it wrong. So I'm going to show you where and how to double check this number. You can either file with the form that we handed you, or you can do it online. And most people like to do it online. So I'll share with you just a few things to get you started online or on paper. To go online, you just open your web browser and you type in realproperty.honolulu.gov/exemption /file-exemption. So you'll see it right here. And once you click on that, it will take you to the Real Property Assessment Division page. And the first page that it's actually going to take you to is this one, where it says Claim for Home Exemption. On this page, it'll have the instructions and who qualifies for the home exemption. If you live in your home 270 days a year as your primary residence, you should qualify for this home exemption. But it does walk you through the rules and how to apply on this very first page. You will also see here that you do need your social security number. Once you have read and you acknowledge this, you can click this button and say continue. But before I do that, I do want to point out at number 8, if you would like to fill out the form and you no longer have it, you can click this fillable form, and this is where you can fill it out by hand, mail it in, or drop it off in Honolulu. So super easy for you to do it that way as well. So once you've read the instructions, you just click agree and go to a continue. And this is where you are going to verify your parcel ID number, regardless of if we wrote it on this mailer or not. This is where you can get it. Or you can also get it off of your tax bill. It'll have your property tax bill, will also have your parcel ID number. But if you don't have that, you can look it up. Right here, you click on property search and you will go down here and say, yes, accept the above statement, type exact match. And then this is where you would type your street address, you go to search, and then you would copy this number, or you would maybe write it down so you can use it on this form. So again, right here it says please verify the home ownership. Very first line where it says property search, that's where you can search for your parcel ID number. It's very important that when you type it in with no dashes and all your numbers are together, okay? So once you do that, then you go to continue, and it will ask you all of the information that it needs for the exemption. It's pretty straightforward from here, so I'm going to not continue filling it out here. But I do want to make sure that you recognize that if you own the property by yourself, you're the only person that needs to fill it out. However, if you are married or somebody else is on the deed, let's say it's a sibling or a partner, then each person who resides in the property full time does need to fill out an exemption so that in the future, if something happens to one of you, the exemption doesn't fall off. It just continues on into perpetuity until the property changes hands. Another thing to note is that I highly recommend that you go ahead and fill this out as soon as possible. Unfortunately, we've already missed the deadline for the 2025 tax year. So you will be filling it out right now for the 26 tax year, which I believe should start in July of next year, 2026. But go ahead and get a jump start on it. It will save you plenty of money And just kind of as a review, and I'll just kind of scroll in right here. This came from the taxing authority, but you will see an example based on a $1.6 million property has the potential of saving $5,660 a year. That's a lot of money per year. So $5,660 per year. Let me say that properly. And even more if you're over 65. If you have questions, we're happy to walk you through it. Our number is 808-798-5800. You can go to islandlivinghomes.com. We do have a blog post about it. You'll see it. It should be one of the top ones, but it will have Honolulu homestead exemption, and we kind of walk you through step by step in writing as well on how to do it. So if you have any questions about this, please don't hesitate. We look forward to hearing from you, and hope you save a lot of money this year. Have a good one.